What's up, film fans? It's Epic Film Guys here with the real rundown. Justin and Nick, and we're going to get jumping right into all the latest news. This is big last week. The Star Wars Episode VII cast finally announced. J.J. Abrams, of course, coming on to direct. John Boyega joining the cast, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, Max von Sydow, as well as the original cast members from the original trilogy. Of course, Ford and Fisher and Hamill, all back, even though they all look like they're about 1,000. And Justin, your thoughts?
So far, I'm actually very excited about the new cast, especially, even though I don't know really all of them that much. John Boyega, fantastic in Attack of the Block. Loved him. I'm very happy to see him in the cast. Adam Driver, I know him from recent fame of being courted for the Batman vs. Superman film. So we know that we have a great young cast in place. And the old cast is back, officially signed to be in the new movie.
Which I will say, I'm not 100% in favor of that, like you are. A lot of the rumors right now are that it's going to focus on the old cast. Solo is reported to have a really big role in the film before it really hands off to the new cast for Episode VIII. And you wanted to mention something about the subtitle, I think.
The subtitle supposedly has been rumored, as we posted a few days back, that it is the working title for the film is The Ancient Fear, which sounds pretty cool and evil Sith-like.
You know it's going to have something to do with the Sith, because the Sith always have to be around. If we don't get to see red lightsabers hitting green lightsabers, I think the film will be missing something. But moving on from that, the new Gotham series, the new Batman series on Fox, Justin.
That is correct, and Ben McKenzie is starring as Lieutenant James Gordon. At this point, he's not lieutenant, I don't believe. Just it looks like a beat
detective,
cop.
I think. Detective,
yeah. And this is going to follow the origin of what we have never seen on film in-depthly, with James Gordon being a regular police officer.
Except for the Wayne murder, which is in the trailer.
Well,
that's his first case, I believe.
Oh, of course.
His first case as a detective.
We're going to see origins of popular Batman villains, such as Poison Ivy. We're going to see, heavily shown in the trailer, Catwoman, the Riddler, and of course, Penguin, which is everyone's talking about because we haven't seen Penguin since Danny DeVito in Batman Returns.
I gotta say, I like the cast. I am a big fan of the cast overall, but as we've talked about numerous times, not a big fan of the tone. I feel that it's a little too much tongue-in-cheek. I feel it's a little too much wink-wink here. Let's touch on this part of Batman, and this guy's going to grow up to be this guy. I don't like that idea tonally for the series. I do like the cast. I do like the look of it, overall, but I'm going to have to reserve judgment until I see some more material.
The trailer didn't wow me as much as it wowed a lot of fanboys on the net. I did like the look of it, for sure. I like that it looks dark, which it should. And a lot of people kind of give the excuse that, it looks so fantastic, but in my opinion, it's a show based on Batman characters. Should the production be any lower level of a value? I mean, it looks the level that I would expect of that nature of a kind of a show.
And speaking of trailers, moving right along, we are finally, as big Nolan fans we're finally going to get a trailer for Interstellar, which drops this November. It's Chris Nolan's big secret project. Big sci-fi, space, travel. Who in the world knows anything about what this film is about? Nobody knows anything about it.
No one really, except for Warner Brothers.
We're finally going to get a real trailer attached to Godzilla, which opens next week. So I don't think there's much more to say about that, except for you and I both are very excited about that film.
I'm sure any one of you out there watching right now is at least somewhat intrigued, if not totally out
Unless
of their
you're one of
mind,
those people that's like, Nolan's a hack.
For this movie.
Which goes, exactly.
Well, it was just announced today. Go Power Rangers, you Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, sorry for the singing.
After 10,000 years, I am free.
I had to do it. I mean, today, Saban and Lionsgate announced they are in the works of making a big budget reboot. Mind you, reboot. This is not going to have, the same actors. Jason David Frank is not going to show up as the White Ranger. It's not going to happen. This is a reboot.
If he does, it'll be like a cameo like Ferrigno did in like the Incredible Hulk film or whatever.
Am I supposed to be in this movie?
Yeah.
It's going to be a complete reboot of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers franchise, which in my opinion is a stellar idea. I mean, literally, we just had Pacific Rim last year. We have Godzilla this year. It's a perfect time to definitely capitalize on the giant creatures or mechanical
I'll say this,
objects.
if it's as bad as Pacific Rim was, I'll skip it, but
I doubt it will be. I think that it's a great idea to do it. It's a great property.
I think it could be really, really fun. Obviously, of course, there's a ton of camp in the series,
which is great.
That comes hand in hand with
a great popcorn
But I really
movie.
think that if you put a good budget into that, and if you really get a director behind it who's passionate about it and wants to inject a little bit of depth into that, I really think you could get something out of it.
I definitely do.
It just early news yet. I mean, of course, we don't have any idea of director cast or anything like that yet.
Or tone either, but as long as they stay away from like trying to be dark and gritty with it.
As long as it doesn't, I mean, the live action. I agree that it should at least have some of the live action anime feel. I think it should keep some of that, but I really think it should try to inject a little depth.
All I want to see, and I'll leave you on this note. I just want to see the Megazord with a huge sword battling a really ugly monster. Cut its head off. And, the Power Rangers in full force. Tyrannosaurus!
Triceratops!
Last weekend, the box office report shows as this. Number one at the box office was The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No surprise there.
I didn't have any doubt in that.
No.
The domestic income that brought in was $91.6 million. Number two for the weekend last weekend was The Other Women, starring Cameron Diaz and Kate Upton,
Yep.
$14.4 million. And number three, Heaven is for Real, still standing strong after a couple weeks, $8.6 million that it made at domestic box office.
And to move right into the box office, upcoming releases, you already mentioned Neighbors, tracking to beat Spider-Man 2. We've also got Chef, Jon Favreau starring and directing the film. Downey Jr. is in it. We got Mom's Night Out. Patricia Heaton is in that. I don't think either one of us really knows a whole lot about what's going on there. And then Legends of Oz, that animated Wizard of Oz tale. Leah Michele from Glee.
And Jim Belushi's in it as well.
Yep. I'm not... It'll probably be better than the Franco disaster that we saw back in, March of last year, was it?
Don't remind me of Mila Kunis's horrible Wicked Witch
film. I hated that film with a passion. I can't even...
When I think about it, it makes me cringe.
Sam
Raimi, you were the man to make that movie, and what did you do?
Well, I think that's going to be... We're going to be back in just a moment with our closing thoughts and our final thoughts on everything. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, film fans, for watching Epic Film Guys. We very much appreciate your support in the show. We look forward to giving you the best quality reviews and rants possible. Real quick, in my little bit of brief rant, the moment that I have, just wanted to give some insight. I gave a pretty harsh rating to Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I did give it a second viewing. A lot of viewers on the first viewing actually questioned my review rating of the film. Just wanted to say I did see it a second time on a normal screen, and it gave me a lot more insight into how I felt about the movie. I would have technically probably gave it about a point or half a point more than I did on my actual rating. I did definitely feel a lot more heart from the film, a lot more emotion, and I can't lie, I loved Harry's Green Goblin so much. I can't wait for Sinister Six. But that's my part of the end of this program. We look forward to seeing you at Godzilla at Dixon City IMAX, PA, and Days of Future Past in Vestal, New York at the AMC Theaters. So thanks again for watching. I love you with all my heart. Justin Esquivel, Epic Film Guys, out.
Thanks a lot, film fans. Again, I'm Nick with Epic Film Guys on the Real Rundown. And just quickly, my closing thoughts on everything. I just wanted to jump into something that I'm really passionate about. You probably saw it in the background of our normal set. 24 returned to television this Monday with 24 Live Another Day. Kiefer Sutherland, of course, is Jack Bauer. And all in all, I'm pretty impressed with the premiere. And this is after a dismal final 3 seasons of 24 that really shit all over a lot of stuff that I was really not happy with. But I was really happy to see it. It was a really good action-packed 2 hours. And looking forward to the rest of the season, the extra 10 episodes that they've thrown in there. I want to thank all you guys for all of your support thus far. And me and Justin are going to see you at Godzilla down in Dixon City at the IMAX next Thursday. And then up here in Vestal for Days of Future Past and Maleficent and many more films to come. We're Epic Film Guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Perfect. And then basically that's it. And look for more on all of our social media. You can follow us on Twitter at Epic Film Guys. We're on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Epic Film Guys. And
our YouTube channel directly, youtube.com/Epic Film Guys NY. Again, that stands for New York, of course.
Yes, it does, because that's where we're from. Vestal, New York is where our theater is over there, AMC Town Square, and that's where you can find us most of the time. I'm Nick.
I am Justin Esquivel.
Thanks a lot for watching, guys.